Hi, if you're new to this channel, my name is Patrick and I'm a wildlife photographer and filmmaker. On this channel, I share my wildlife adventures as well as talk about photo, video and audio recording gear, techniques, locations and all other stuff wildlife and nature related. This time, I'm visiting Scotland in the winter to experience the wilderness of the Highlands and hopefully photograph and film wildlife. Watch the video and come with me as I explore this breathtaking landscape, do some photography and filming, and also successfully record the calls of more than 2 owls. Good morning and welcome to cold and a little bit snowy Tomintoul, Scotland. I arrived here yesterday and it was already dark, and I immediately noticed that outside there were clear skies. So even though it was late, I decided to immediately check out the dark sky location that is near our hotel. And well, I was photographing the stars and hoping for the aurora. Even though it was clear, the forecast for the aurora wasn't ideal, so I didn't see any of it. But while I was standing there in the dark and well, photographing, I heard owls calling, and not just one owl, but I heard at least 3 of them very close. They were calling and I don't know, talking to each other. Now it's the next morning and I'm already out with all my gear with a mission to find them and maybe photograph them. It's so beautiful here. I'm so happy to be here, and I'm also happy to be able to bring you along. Let's go, let's explore the area. Now I'm heading to the forest where I heard them, and as I will be approaching, I will be more quiet because I don't want to disturb them or scare them away, and I will film myself doing it. So I already explored this area yesterday in the dark, so I kinda know where I am, but it's also a bit different because it was dark yesterday and I was seeing where I'm going, but not exactly. And now that I can look around, I can see that it's even more beautiful than I imagined, and I can't wait to explore this. And also it's a much larger area than I initially thought, so I also brought my microphones with me yesterday because of course I wanted to record the owls. They were making calls really loudly, but unfortunately I didn't find a spot that would be suitable because here in Scotland there's a small stream or river like every 100 meters, so it was impossible to find a good spot where I could leave them and that I wouldn't get just lots of white noise and well, the sound of the stream. So I'm bringing this part of the gear again today, and if I find a better, more appropriate spot, I will set them up. I will be exploring this forest over here because I heard 2 of them from this area and I heard one from over there. So I will start with this one here, and then if I've got the time, move over to the other one and take a look there as well. Right now I'm on a 70-200, but I think I will need the bigger lens, so I will change it real quick. Alright, that's much better. Let's go. Now I am getting closer to the forest. The plan is to approach it very slowly and very quietly, because if the owl is there, well, it has probably already seen me because I'm coming from the meadow, and probably it has already heard me when I left the hotel, so I gotta stay at least a little bit stealthy. Now I will be checking out all these trees over here and then the forest over there. I will go slowly, quietly, and look at every tree, if the owl is maybe sitting on a branch inside the canopy, and try to spot it and not scare it away. Just look at these trees with all their colors and shapes. They're perfect to hide the owl. You see, this is what I was telling you about. Water is everywhere. So it's time for me to be quiet again and see if I can spot anything. I am so excited because I know that the owls are here. They're actually here. I heard them. So now it's just how good I am at finding them. And I really like this challenge. I must say, the people here have the best accent there is. I would trade my Slavic accent with theirs anytime. I'm getting better at jumping over the streams with camera in both hands. I just got to the other side of the forest and it's starting to snow again. It's beautiful. From my limited experience, I think this is the best spot to find them. So far, whenever I found them, they were on the edge of the forest, near the meadow. There's something over there. Something small is moving. Let me get my camera. I think it's a woodpecker. Okay, I'm so happy that I found the little fella. And now that I already have my camera on the tripod, I will use it to check out all the trees that are here, because the visibility is getting worse and it's easier to check out the trees if there's an owl through the lens than with my eyes. So yeah, I will take my camera, move a few meters over there and search the trees and maybe I will find something. I was just carrying my tripod and I saw a bird in the distance. It landed on a tree. I took a few photos, but I've got no idea what it is. It's too far and the visibility is getting really low, so I will take a few more photos and I will have to check it later on the computer to see what it is. it's starting to snow a bit more heavily and visibility got really bad. I'm still looking for them. Haven't had any luck so far. And it's snowing much more heavily now. Everything is getting white. I'm checking every single tree while searching for them because the owl can be anywhere. They are probably hiding very well so that the other birds don't see them. I hope you can hear me well because it got really windy. By this point I've been searching the forest for more than 3 hours and no luck so far, but I must say I'm so much enjoying it. It's a beautiful nature and it's a pleasure to be here. Just exploring it, walking through the forest. I love it. Even if I don't see any other animals, I'm perfectly happy. Now I will show you the recordings that I got in the forest during the night. I am very happy that I managed to record tawny owls, as I don't recall having gotten a good recording of them in the past. At first, there is a male calling and a female returning the calls from a bit further away. Then, after about half a minute, another male joins the conversation. In the second recording, there are only 2 short calls, but the owl must have been very close to the microphones because the voice is very clear and also pretty loud compared to the background noise. I was already walking back when I spotted this common buzzard sitting on a rock in the distance. I quickly set up the tripod and prepared my camera. Just as I started recording, the buzzard took off and caught a small rodent. You can imagine how happy I was that I didn't miss this moment and that I got a usable recording even though the wind was blowing so fast that the camera was shaking all the time. I had already reached our hotel when I spotted many colorful small birds on a tree next to it. They weren't shy, so I got pretty nice pictures. Hi, this is my second morning here in Tomintown and I am out once again exploring this beautiful landscape. I would like to apologize for yesterday's audio. My microphone was detached from the recorder, so I've got an audio track that is empty, and you were listening to the GoPro audio, which is pretty bad, but yeah, I apologize. Today it should be working fine. The temperatures are still below zero, but the snow is unfortunately mostly gone. Today's strategy is pretty similar to yesterday's. I will approach the forest slowly, quietly, and then look for the wildlife. I haven't taken my camera out of the bag yet, so I'm risking it here, and I should do it now. There are so many small birds on this tree. I will try to get a few photos. Look at this morning light. It's so magnificent. Now it's also getting much easier to look at the trees and look for the animals because it's not so dark anymore. There's a small bird up there in the canopy on the top of the tree. I'm back on the path now, and I'm going back to the forest. So far I haven't found anything, just many small birds, but that's it. So yeah, going back to the forest, and I will keep looking for any opportunities. I had to film myself crossing that stream because I knew that if I cross it successfully, that would be a good shot for YouTube video. And if I fell into the water, that would be an excellent video. If I'm correct, this is a whitewash from a bird. It doesn't look like tart because many trees just leak tart, but this one actually looks like a whitewash. So I checked this tree. I went around it, and I also checked the other trees in the area more thoroughly, but there's no sign of any bigger birds. There's a deer over there, look. I will try to get a photo. He's looking at me, but he's not scared. I will try to move a little bit if I can, to see if I can get a better angle. I already thought it was over for the day, but I managed some photos. Pretty cool. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.